behind man only thinks about the. You got a real big heart, but I'm looking at you. You got real big brains, but I'm looking at you. Girl, it ain't no pain in me looking at you.
I don't give a keep looking at my, cause it don't mean a thing if you're looking at my. I'ma do my thing while you're playing with you. They say you don't trust, 'cause it's you. I know you do.
I know you do.
Cool.
Last.
If you don't even know what to say, just be like, that's hot.
Took my answer.
Oh, damn.
Gosh.
Subconsciously complicated.
I would think that they will identify it as the one forbidden thing that they have the power to take for themselves.
Baby.
Ladies, let's go. Soldiers, let's go.
Yeah, everybody's doing. Well, most of everybody's doing it.
They just want to do it. So I guess horny. Sorry?
Yeah, that was a great answer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really think that youths nowadays should really bring themselves to have sex because they are too young to do it. As in, I know that that it's legal for 16 years olds to have sex, but then again, it's like losing your youth life. Like, you can keep sex to a certain age. You can have sex. Sex is to reproduce and not to have fun with. Although, I don't know why, but a lot of teenagers think that it's cool and that it's part of the trend. But sex is a part and parcel of life, which is okay if you are at a certain age, for example 23, 24 or 25 when you are married. So basically, sex is for those who are married.
Well, I don't have any concrete data to work on as in statistics, but I would say that from my experience really teaching a few years ago, I realized with shock that many of my students actually had personal experience with premarital sex.
Yes and no. I think that teenagers are allowed. They've been given permission to talk about it more openly, especially in school, where they talk about safe sex. So therefore, they've got the permission. I think at home, though, that sex is still very taboo in Singapore. Parents don't really talk about it much with their children, either because they're embarrassed or because parents were raised believing that they're not allowed to talk about sex. I think premarital sex is on the rise, but it's not direct intercourse. It's more heavy petting and masturbating. And I think that teenagers are more aware of how to get pregnant, but once they start sexually experimentation, premarital sex is inevitable.
Listen up, y'all, cause this is it. The beat that I'm banging is delicious.
Yeah, I do. And she's my classmate, but she's okay with it. As in, she's open to share her experiences having sex with another guy, and she always leave me with this sentence that says, you only go around the world once, you only live once. And basically what she meant is that she has the right to do everything that she wants or anything that she likes, because yeah, if she don't do it now, she can't do it anytime else. Yep.
He's gonna marry me and we're gonna go to town. We're gonna buy us a real good car and we're gonna drive around.
I think I would have to find out what were the circumstances of that and really talk through properly with that person, not with any judgmental attitude like tell me, explain to me why, but more like, you know, since we are walking this path together, can you please like let us discuss this seriously?
absolutely, because like with all the movies, Sex and the City's coming with a new movie.
Generally, they find it cool cause of the influence that the world has on like in movies and TV and stuff, TV shows and stuff.
Hot and so hot in here, so hot and
Like on Friends, they're having sex all the time, and then you know they break up all the time. Back in the 60s, 50s, and so on, the media's role was to educate, but nowadays it's more to entertain. And so, in order to heighten the entertainment factor, the media tends to over-exaggerate sex, overrate it.
Are you trying to discourage this?
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? Don't you?
Oh! Okay.
I think there's an old saying that says sex has to do with responsibility. I don't think it's about blame or causing someone to have sex. I think saying that it is a choice is more appropriate to say. People choose what they want, and if we're driven by our feelings, especially in a relationship, then we will. You run very close to having premarital sex. If you run a relationship along the lines of commitment, then it plays out differently. So I don't think the media is to be blamed necessarily, but the media has a responsibility of telling the truth. I mean, that's the old Hollywood, or that's the current Hollywood sentiment of actors. They always say that I want to portray the truth, but the reality is that movies do not portray the truth, and therefore it doesn't handle the subject of sex responsibly, I think.
But I think the media has more to do with it. I mean,
Yeah, if the media were...
how on earth do teenagers pick it up? Media, right? I mean, they don't just, oh, hey,
Because there's...
sex.
Yeah, because there's like, even like in like say primary school, right? You have to watch like some TV show where, you know, the guy and the girl are kissing, and if you're a girl, I guess you might still find guys disgusting or something. You're like, let's practice kissing.
Okay, what about like in prehistoric period when cavemen
How would
didn't
I
have
know?
media? So what do you think was the reason how they realized they could do it?
They were bored.